Hey, Brogan, how are you?
Good. How are you, Ben?
Oh, not too bad. Trying to stay home and be healthy. How are things with you? Where are you kind of in the United States right now?
I'm in Virginia Beach at my fiance's parents' house for the
Okay.
last week or so. I was in Chicago prior to this for about a month and a couple days. So just kind of been bouncing around all over the country. I actually was in Utica a week and a half ago, officially moving out the rest of my furniture and closing out the lease, and then we drove down here. So we've been down here ever since.
Have you been able to skate at all? I know rinks and stuff are kind of closed pretty much everywhere still.
Yeah, no, not on the ice, but I have a set of rollerblades. I've been skating on those. We went to the boardwalk yesterday, skated about 5 or 6 miles, and I've been skating in the street here. So I have like a roller hockey puck. I've been doing that, but no, nothing on the ice.
So you got named to the All Rookie team today. What's that kind of honor mean to you after being named an All Star this season too?
Yeah, it's a huge honor. Obviously, the guys who were selected are really good players, and I'm just very honored and humbled to receive that award. I obviously played with a lot of really, really high-end players this year that helped me have the success that I had, and I owe a lot of it to them and to the coaching staff for putting me in great situations. And just looking back on the year in Utica, I couldn't have been happier with it, and met a lot of really good friends off the ice and played with a lot of really good players on the ice.
I know when we talked to Trent kind of last week, he mentioned that you guys hadn't gone through like end of the year meetings. I guess has that happened yet, or have you had any feedback from the coaching staff or Ryan Johnson yet?
No, they're actually going on. The end of the year meetings are going on right now. So some guys have had theirs today. I have mine tomorrow at noon. So I'll talk to them when I see them tomorrow. But they're spreading them out. They're doing, I think, 3 days of exit meetings. So I'm the second day of them, I guess. And yeah, so I'll talk to them tomorrow. The whole staff at 12 or 12:30, I think it is. I have to double check.
What's kind of been the feedback maybe from coaches or anyone in the organization following this year for you?
Honestly, haven't had much communication with the staff since this whole season has been paused. No one really knows what's going on, and but when I left there, just saying bye to them. It's a really great year. Hopefully, we'll see you soon and stuff like that. So it hasn't been too much detail, but from what I can tell, it's just been good vibes between me and the staff. So keep it that way.
Kind of mentioned playing with a number of different players this year, and that's helped. But what allowed you most to have the kind of season that you did?
I think I had a really good summer of training out at Quinnipiac. I was around a lot of good people out there and pushed really hard. And then when we went into Utica, my confidence from the 2 games with Vancouver prior to that just kind of rolled over and hit the ground running right away, and got the green light from the coaching staff pretty early to just play my game and play loose and have some fun. So obviously stepping into the AHL as a rookie and hearing that is a really nice thing to feel, and just to have that freedom and that confidence to go out there and just try to do your best and have some fun. So I think that was a big part of it.
I think my last question, because I think I'm running out of my time limit here. Is there a moment that stands out for you this year?
I think when we started the year 8-0, that was pretty special. It made the transition. I could speak for myself and a lot of the rookies. Just coming in the AHL with those nerves and the jitters and starting the year 8-0 and having that great success and having the team bonding off the ice, just gelling the group as a whole. I think that transitioned throughout the year, and that was a really great way to be entered into the league just on that winning streak. And those were good times for sure. That was probably one of the highlights of the year.
Boy, Ben Burnell, do you sure know how to manage time. All right, Spencer.
Thanks, Brogan.
No problem.
Go nuts, Spencer.
All right. Brogan, congratulations, first of all, on
Thank
being
you.
named. For you, I mean, you mentioned how you had a good year of training and, you felt good coming in, but even still, making the transition from NCAA to pros, did you even see a year like this, potentially coming and starting out this well for your pro career?
No, never. I could have never seen this coming. Yeah, I don't know. I just put the work in and just don't go into the season with too high of expectations. Just know that I'm capable of doing good things when you put the work in, and just kind of taking it day by day and not getting too high, not getting too low. So definitely didn't see this coming, but it's kind of become a trend over my career that when I step into a new situation, I kind of flourish a little bit. And I don't know what the recipe is for that or why that happens, but I think it all comes back to just working hard in the summer and just being able to adapt in any situation, and whatever's thrown at you, just find a way to deal with it and come out on top.
Yeah, you certainly did that. What are some things that maybe you learned about yourself, learned about, your game this year once, making the transition to pros and being able to contribute the way that you had?
I don't know. I felt this was my most confident year of hockey I think I've had in my career. And being that I was a rookie in arguably the second best league in the world, it was pretty surprising, but I felt a lot of confidence this year, and that allowed me to do a lot of things that I just creatively and that I normally wouldn't have done if you're not feeling that confidence. So it was a strange feeling, but I kind of ran with it, and just every night just try to have that mindset that I was a great player in the league, and I wanted to show management and everyone else what I can bring to the table, like everyone else in the league is, so they can potentially be called up and just kind of prove themselves.
Yeah. And, obviously, I don't think the ending of the year that anybody really saw coming or wanted, how difficult was this whole process for you to be so unsure, dispersing, and then finding out the season's just over, that's it?
Yeah, it was hard when the season was postponed. No one knew. Like, I left half of my stuff in Utica because I didn't know if we were going to come back or what the heck was going on. So it's even a little bit more frustrating now since it's been 2+ months of this going on, and we still don't know what's going on as far as the NHL side. But kind of had a feeling the AHL was going to call it quits about a month and a half into it. You kind of figure that it wasn't going to drag on this long. There's no way they're going to be able to keep the rinks open and stuff like that, and without any fans there. So it's been tough, but it's been hard on everyone in the world. At least we had a job. I mean, we were still getting paid, so we were fortunate for that. And there's a lot of other people around the country and the world who are struggling a lot more than we are. So, you know, looking back at it, it's not the biggest deal. It's inconvenient, but I think we're going to be okay, and we're going to come out on top.
Just, your first year here in Utica in a new place, what was your impression of being here, of the fans, the support for the team, playing at the Odd, all that?
It was amazing. I didn't know what to expect when I came in. Obviously, I've heard a lot of great things about Utica and especially how passionate the fans are. But yeah, it was just amazing to see the impact we have on the community in Utica and how much support that they show us every night. They sell out the crowd, and it was a special experience, and I definitely won't forget it.
And then quickly, has there been any talk about potentially maybe having a few guys, if the NHL does resume, called up to skate with the Canucks, get some work in? I mean, has there been any of that possibility, or has that not been discussed?
Hasn't been discussed, but you kind of have to figure it's coming, right? Like, they're gonna, if the NHL season resumes or when it resumes, they're gonna have to call up a handful of Utica guys, and whoever they deem fit or whoever they want to call up, they will, and we'll practice with the team and maybe get into some games. I don't know, but whoever's called up, yeah, they're gonna practice with the team and kind of be a black ace until other notice.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
David, go Bananas.
All right, I like fruits, so I'll do that. Brogan, good to see that you're doing well. Was there a point in the season where you thought to yourself in your first professional season that, hey, I can do this and I can do this well?
Yeah, I don't know if there was a point. I mean, probably the exhibition games, I felt pretty comfortable, and I was making some good plays, and um, I don't know that I don't know I don't know if there was a point in time, but just kind of day by day, I was getting that confidence that I can play at the level, and be an effective player in all situations. So there wasn't a specific point in time, but just as the weeks went on, I felt better and better, and obviously had a great December, and just kind of went from there. So
As far as improving your game every day, which I know is something we discussed throughout the season and is obviously part of what you're trying to do, was there something that a coach or a teammate with experience told you that kind of stuck with you in the season that helped you take your game to this next level?
I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure from the video meetings and just talking to some of the older veterans off the ice that I've picked up something. But I'm sorry I can't give you anything off the top of my head right now. But um, I was playing with great teammates, and they just kind of guided the rookies down the right path, and showed us the ropes. And obviously, you have to put in a lot of work, and it's not all handed to you. You have to, you know, every day at practice and in the gym, you have to bring your best. So that was something that the older guys kind of showed us the way, and the coaching staff expected from us.
Yeah, how much does it help to be around a group of other guys, other players that are able to help a rookie like that be able to, for you to be able to find, your role as you did and wind up having so much success because with the guys around you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, you look at our lineup and how deep we were, and how much NHL success a lot of the guys on our team have had. Playing against those guys every day in practice makes you a lot better of a hockey player than if you didn't have those guys on your team. So that was a huge help. And off the ice, they were great guys. Like, not even just saying that to sugarcoat it, but they were really good guys up and down. And we didn't have any bad eggs in the group. And so it was disappointing that the season ended so early, because I think we could have made a great run into the playoffs and gone pretty deep. So it was a little unfortunate, but no, I mean, it was just great playing with those guys.
I'm going to guess the answer is going to be good, but in your own words, how do you kind of feel that this season has set you up for, how do you feel your spot is in the Canucks organization? Um, as far as, obviously potentially down the line, making it to the NHL and things like that after this first year?
I'm pretty happy with this year. I think I set myself up nicely, um, to be able to go into camp next year and try to earn my spot on the team. Obviously, nothing's given to me or to anyone, and you have to go out and earn it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But I think I surprised a lot of people this year, and even myself. So came in with lower expectations than I fulfilled, but that's a good thing, and not worried about that. I'm just um, going into cat next year. Obviously, my goal is to make the team, and if I don't, then it's going to be my fault, and I'm going to be upset at myself. But I'm not going to get down or quit. I'm just going to keep working hard and get right back to that situation, and hopefully one day solidify a spot in the NHL.
What do you do now to improve on a season like this? Besides even, of course, the obvious of making it to the next level, which would be a objective kind of thing. But for you personally, what do you do to keep growing from here?
Um, Obviously, I think my progression for myself over the past couple seasons has been going in the right direction. So don't change too much of my summer training and in my mindset, but just I had a great year, and that's great. But some people would take their foot off the gas a little bit in the summer and be like, oh, hey, I had this kind of season. Like, I don't really need to do this rep, or I don't really need to work out today. But I didn't play a game in the NHL this season, so that's going to be my motivation over the summer to get better, and to develop even more. So that's just kind of how my mind works with things. I always find a way to motivate myself, and just add that fuel to the fire within me, and just in my training and off on ice skating. So that's what I'll be doing this summer, and you guys know that now, and hopefully everything pans out in the fall or whenever the next year starts.